Greetings and welcome to your Mindfulness Mastery podcast. I am your host and trusted guide, Tawnya Love. I am an intuitive, shamanic, angelic wayshower, healer, light worker, and author. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. To schedule any one-on-one sessions or group healing events, you can visit and book your sessions on my divinely inspired website at mindfulnessmastery888.com. Thank you so much for your presence and for your support. Now sit back, relax, and open yourself to receive. Welcome to Mindfulness Mastery 888. I am Tawnya Love, and I am here with my co-host, Cindy Campbell.
Hello, everyone.
So last time we left off, we kind of ended on a political note, and we just let it be what it's going to be. But Cindy and I were talking about our somatic breathwork experience and like what we both kind of felt physically and emotionally and different things that we were processing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cindy felt guidance to do another Angelic Auric Clearing with me. And so we did the Auric Clearing work together, drew some cards, took lots of notes. Basically, the Auric Clearing often is kind of like pretty intensive coaching where Cindy's over there and she's very intelligent human because she takes a lot of notes and really is getting her money's worth where, I think some people maybe just listen and go, interesting. Anyways, and they're back to distraction.
Yeah.
But something I see in Cindy is she's disciplined with that, takes her notes, she's tuning in, she's going to be looking at them, meditating. I send her a lot of voice clips during the Auric Clearing, the energetic part of the healing. So there's the coaching aspect. Then she lays down and I tune in and start leaving her voice clips on what I'm getting, messages. So that's kind of like a quick summary of it. And it can be hours.
Yep.
In this case, it went over the course of a couple days because now she lives with me. So, we kind of can feel each other's energy. Like, let's take a break now after this several hours of coaching and go and eat something and sleep on this, meditate. And then the next day we did her cards and like Auric Clearing, the energy healing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just explaining kind of the summary of it, but I'm going to allow Cindy to share kind of where she was at with it, what she thinks of it, her experience.
Yes.
So go.
So I've been getting these probably for about 10 years, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like, I'll be going along in life and then, I'll find that I'm like really struggling with something. I really like, and it could be something physical that I'm struggling with. It could be something like emotional or mental. Or like I just fucking hate everything.
Yeah, like you're feeling your view and perspective is a little
skewed,
jaded. Yeah.
Yes.
Like when life can get kind of hard and you're doing the best to swim with all the energetic buoys you're holding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and usually I will suffer for a while and try to do it myself. And that does not go so well. And then it's like, okay, it's time. Like, it's time for a clearing. I need a clearing. I need to like reset.
Yeah.
Get back on track.
And you kind of get that intuition, like,
yeah,
there is help available if I reach out for it.
Yes.
I don't have to flow about in the water by myself.
Yes. I can just ask for help.
Yes. And that's beautiful.
Yeah. And I'm not one that typically asks for help. So, this is good for me to ask for help.
Yes.
And it has been super helpful, like with so many things, like personal relationships, work stuff, physical ailments and things like that, that I might be wondering like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. She's gone through huge transformation. Yeah. Like you really have, like life changes and transformation because of your vulnerability and openness to receive help and support and guidance. Yeah. And it doesn't mean you can't get it from yourself. Because I think some people have this thing that, oh, I'll just talk to my guides. And yes, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But if you are you're doing everything you can and you're really struggling and you're really not feeling the ceiling is open to your dreams coming true, and there's something like a cap that you can't explain, those are times it's like reach out and to someone you trust.
Yes.
Because I'm going to just say that part, because there are people that are on this planet, just like there's good car salesmen and then there's really shady ones.
Yeah.
And same with healers. There are really loving, high integrity healers that are going to do everything to help empower you and help shine you back to yourself, like shine the light, lead you back. And then there are some on the planet that are going to see you're vulnerable and try to take advantage of that. Yeah. And you got to, as a human, practice that discernment.
Yes.
But I celebrate that courage and see that in you when you take that step and you ask for that help. It's never a bad thing. Is that bringing up emotion in you? Feel into that. It's okay. Feel it. Let the tears come.
I think I put like the pressure to do it like perfectly.
Yeah.
And to not ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where did you learn that? See, we're going to kind of give you guys a demo of how this works right here. So where do you feel like that comes from? So we've kind of talked about that before.
Yeah, definitely from my earlier years and feeling like I couldn't depend on other people.
Yeah.
And that I had to support myself.
Yes. And if you didn't do it in what you consider perfectly, then you were not loved or worthy or enough.
Yeah.
So that pressure to like perform and make the world think you got it all figured out, even when you are deep down crumbling inside and you really want a hand to reach out and pull you up. Do you see how that's so beautiful? You can be vulnerable on that, but how much that causes, and trust me, I can relate to it for so many of my younger years. And I feel like a lot of times if you've been through different trauma and things, you are kind of in that training in a way to just, well, if you want it done right, do it yourself. And if you've asked for help before and you get shamed for it or people just let you down, it can create like a character where we almost think we can celebrate that egoic woundedness. And in our culture, you can see it show up in people overachieving, overworking, or they're just shut down and they're like frozen in their bed. They can't move. It can show up either way. It can slide around in that shadow frequency.
Yeah.
But energetically, it's basically sabotaging our joy and our feeling of empowerment. And so when you realize that there are souls here that chose to come to help humans in those positions and that they went through that too, and that's how come they can understand it. So they can go, hey, take my hand if you'd like. I'd love to pull you out of there.
Yeah.
But you have to do some of this work. You got to swim.
Yes.
You got to like come up. You've got to let some of that shit go that you're holding on to.
Yeah.
Or it's going to take you down. Do you see like that's just how souls that are choosing love and light, we're walking each other back home to ourselves, to our empowerment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes.
And now you're learning, you're kind of I don't want to say rewiring, but in a sense, through years of auric clearings, you've cleared and released programming that's telling you you have to be this performing perfect monkey.
Yeah.
And who cares what your needs are? Just make them happy, do whatever, say yes to everything, people please the hell out of your joy.
Yeah.
And now you're like, wait, I'm learning that boundaries are needed and balance is necessary and that I'm worthy and that I have to ask for the help. I have to let the world know what I need.
Yeah.
And they'll let me know. And you're learning discernment on some souls. Maybe you have, and they didn't care.
Right.
And some souls you say it and they do care. And you're like, whoa, there are caring humans here that want to help. And that's a huge part of our journey is discernment.
Yes.
Discerning, who, if I ask for help, is actually there encouraging me or supporting me in any sort of way, energetically, emotionally, just a phone call, listening, whatever it is. And then who is it that it doesn't matter what I'm going through. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's an important lesson in our journey so that we can make better choices with this the energies we let in our circle.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I've always known that throughout the years, like if I was struggling, I could trust you and depend on you. And yeah.
And I may or may not have been tested a few times. I feel like, though, I understand it if a soul tests. And I also understand that sometimes when souls are testing, it's they're feeling not safe or they've been messed with. Yeah. So they're kind of testing, like, are you going to fuck me over? Are you going to betray me? And then they realize really quickly, like, okay, she's not.
Right.
Like, I can really trust her.
Yes.
And so, you know, and that's just like this thing coming to my mind right now is, I don't know if you ever saw it. It's an old movie coming in, but Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah.
When he's establishing that connection with that, I'm trying to remember if it's a wolf or a coyote, but in the movie I think it might be a coyote, and he just sits there. Well, it's a wolf because it's Dances with Wolves.
Okay.
Okay, answered that question. Because I was thinking it was a wolf, but then some part of my mind was like, was it a coyote? Anyway, he's sitting there and he's trying to give it food, this wolf, and he's patient and he'll leave stuff and then it'll be gone. But it takes a while. It's like over the course, I want to say maybe months, that this wolf gets a little closer. And that wolf is just kind of like discerning, like, can I trust you? Because most of your kind are kind of crazy and they'll try to shoot me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's kind of I don't want to call it a natural part of connection, because I feel like it's just the result of so much shadow on planet Earth. Because I feel like in our most natural state, we would be in complete knowing of who we can or cannot trust. Yes. So as we ascend from shadow to like gift frequency or higher, we really get strong knowing and we listen to it.
Yes.
Whereas in shadow, we really would go to all the worst people and ignore and hope it works out, because we don't listen to that guidance.
Yeah.
And then we get burned and again. And we go through that. And sometimes people can think that's just life. It's going to always be that.
Yep.
But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be.
Yep.
That was your life for a time as a human in shadow, where you were being, taught lessons. You were having initiations to trust your own intuition. You were being given opportunities to really discern things. And as you ascend higher, you start getting just a stronger knowing, and you listen to it. And you also, at that point, are kind of magnetically attracting in better energies. And so that journey, though, to go from shadow to gift can feel like a really long jump. Yeah. Even though it's really not. It's just a frequency shift. But there's so much past that you carry as a soul. And this is some of the things we help clear in Auric Clearings. But you carry all that heavy past. And that could be this timeline or many. And all of that energy to your subconscious mind and to like the wounded ego part of you, it's trying to protect you from that. So this is where the subconscious can really lead us in directions that can become quite sabotaging in its attempt to protect us.
Yeah.
Because it's still expecting shadow experiences. And so as we heal that energy calms down, and then we go higher in consciousness where we just have greater discernment. We are totally okay having a smaller circle or walking on our own, because spirit and us are so strong.
Yeah.
And we trust, like, when the right humans come in, we will discern and sense what is going on with them.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's like, it makes sense in a way that there might be a sense of a history of problems and an expectation of more. Whereas moving higher, if you stay in shadow, that is what will happen. But if we go higher on the spiral, we don't even attract that eventually. Like, people might still try to throw rocks or something. They'll energetically do their things. But we know how to it's like an eagle flying higher and higher. The crows try to come peck at it and knock it down. And that eagle just keeps going higher. And those crows can't handle that altitude. Yeah. And they just fall back.
Yeah.
And so the symbol of that is, as a person goes in higher frequency, those little pecking crows, you won't even be drawn to them, and they won't be able to really keep up with your frequency. You'll burn them out of your atmosphere.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That's the
Yeah.
visual I'm getting to share.
Yes.
So what else did you want to share about this recent auric clearing that you went through with us?
So the recent one, I had kind of like a list of things where I was like, all right, these are things that I am ready to release, things I'm struggling with. And like, I just know like it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always kind of do the set your intention, because your intention is the most powerful part of everything. And
yes.
so I'll get my psychic downloads, and Cindy will share, like, this is stuff I want to release that I'm aware that I'm moving through or I'm processing or want to release.
Yeah.
And here's some things I'm ready to step into, activate. So it's very good at releasing heavy energies that we no longer want, or old computer files that are bogging our system down. Just delete them.
Yep.
And then it's great at also activating and downloading new software. Like, I would like to be this energy. I am becoming this. So we assist in activating you to step into that frequency.
Yes.
So she was doing that. And then what'd you get from this session that you felt would be helpful to the listeners?
So I'll just kind of give a little bit of detail in. So usually, like when I was still living back in Minnesota, like before we would even get on the phone, you would pull some cards. I would do some journaling about what I wanted to release or talk about or whatever.
Yeah, do our coaching.
Yes. And sometimes we talk about exactly what I talked about. And then sometimes spirit is like, yeah, I don't fucking think so. Nice.
Like that's not, and that's,
not the issue.
Yeah. And it's good to say that, because sometimes you might think this is what I'm going to focus on.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's like, I want to make more money or something like that. And then spirit's energy comes through and it's like, no, you got to heal this shit here.
Yeah.
And it's always because this over here is such a vital piece that's going to help you with that as well.
Yes.
So it all comes back full circle.
Yes.
But yes, I say that to clients too when they reach out. I'm like, come and express what you're struggling with and what your intentions are, your desires and goals, and come with an open, curious mind and energy to what your higher self has for you.
Yeah.
Because it will always bring what you need.
Yes.
Right when you're able to handle it too. Some sessions, I think some people might be afraid of working with souls like mine because they know at a deep level that soul's tuning in and getting information, which is good. That's the whole point.
Yes.
But if they have something they've really creatively hidden in themselves, like some trauma, their thing that's deep down, the fear they'd have to working with someone and being transparent is that that soul's going to find that stuff. And ultimately, you want that.
Yes.
And what I've experienced is spirit will bring it when you can handle it. And so you might have a few sessions before certain deeper things are touched upon, or it might be right away. But I look at it, if it comes up right away, it's because your soul, your higher self, knows you need to face that and knows you're capable of it.
Yeah.
Even if your ego tries to scare you and think it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are capable, or it wouldn't be coming up for you to face.
Yeah.
Is my perspective I've been shown.
Okay. So anyhow, that's how that would go. Then you'd start in with the coaching like right away.
Yeah.
We'd chat a little bit probably about maybe some fun things too before.
Yes. Yes.
And then you would have already typically pulled some cards and
or opened a random book that I was guided to. Something.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I would get kind of insight on what we're going to be facing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we go right in on the coaching, and usually you start with a card and it's like, okay, well, I got this card. And actually, sometimes the cards don't even come up till later.
Yeah.
Sometimes
sometimes I'll say, channeling. I had this dream, because I always say, Spirit, if you have anything for the higher self of this soul I'm working with, I talk to my spirit team, if you have anything, bring it in while I'm sleeping. Help me remember it and understand it. Sometimes I will have a complete understanding of the deep issue. And sometimes it will be more like cryptic where I'm like, what the hell? But I'll say it to the client, like, this may or may not resonate, but this, I always tune in and I asked about you, and this is the dream. And I'm telling you, I don't think there was one time a woman said she didn't know if it made sense, but she'd think about it. And then like a day or two later, she called me and was like, oh my God, I totally know what it was. And for a minute, and this was when I was earlier in my coming out of the angel closet to help people with healing. I remember thinking, dude, did I get it wrong for a moment?
Yeah.
And then she came in and was like, I actually know what that was. It makes sense. And I was like, oh, good. But I don't really worry at this point. I just know here's a message, and I know how to offer it in a neutral manner where I'm not telling people and I'm not trying to scare people ever. And I feel like, be mindful if you have any healers or people coming at you, psychics, telling you matter of fact certain things, because my take on it is that is not my responsibility, or it's not something I should be doing. I feel like I can share a message, but even if there's something someone's facing that's dark and scary, like deep sickness or something, I still tune in and trust that if they wanted to change or heal it, they can.
Yeah.
So I never look at things as black and white as far as like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's it. That's message from spirit. It's over. I think everything is really something that can shift based upon our perspective and our consciousness, so we can heal things. So I just try to be mindful of that, but dreams will come in sometimes. And that's happened a lot with us, where a dream, you're like, whoa, I know exactly what that's about. And then that sometimes gets us in a different direction where you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that was going to come up. I just know that that's happened.
And I think even sometimes this reminds me of like, you will go through an experience first in your own personal life.
Yes, this happens too.
Yes. And
I'll be processing the shit out of empowerment and boundaries and why. And then I'm kind of like, spirit, what the hell is this all about? And then boom, Cindy's like, hey, I think I'm ready for a clearing. And it will literally be like everything I just went through and moved through to empower myself.
Yes.
I now am offering the notes and the gold to her in her journey.
Yeah.
Like, and that is something I think is a great thing you mentioned, because some souls that are called to this kind of work, it doesn't mean it's always going to be like drama and toxic and scary.
Yeah.
It's not. But energetically, I feel so often like I've gone through a lot in this life, but I feel like that's part of that shamanic path of like, I'm going to understand this darkness, because if I understand this so deeply, I can help set souls free.
Yeah.
But I can't understand that if I'm just sitting over here in this cush little AC amazing library where it's peaceful and there's no chaos ever.
Yeah.
So in a sense, sometimes we go and we experience things just so that we understand how to masterfully transmute it, ascend out of it, and then we're offering the guidance to so many souls. That happens so much, where like a group of women, I'll be like empowering my own self. We're moving up to Empress energy. We are not Cinder fucking Relly anymore. We are not doing like, I got it, spirit. And then bam, all these women that are right there ready to activate that are drawn to come in and talk to me.
Yes.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
So that's great awareness.
Okay. So in this particular session, you had pulled cards, and then we started, we were writing the coaching right away, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the messages start coming in. So you might read a little bit of like what the card is describing. And in this case, it was Archangel Sandalphon, and it was about releasing worries.
Yes. Which I was being shown was a huge thing that you need to master.
Yes.
So most of the notes I feel are really on that.
Yeah.
And the book I wrote, the Universal Trust Fund Baby, I say if you want to keep it simple, it's an ascension manual. It's here's what you're dealing with. Here's how you go higher. And it's really helping people understand those tools that we can access. The ways that when the mind starts chattering and it's in fear, don't just leave it go. but pull in and relax your body, calm your breath, calm your nervous system, focus on best case scenario. Thank the universe for what you want.
Yeah.
So a lot of the coaching is basically helping her understand how to not try to control that there might be a worrisome thought come up once in a while, but how to navigate it in an empowered way.
Yeah.
Like it can come up, it's contrast. Oh, yeah, people worry sometimes, but I'm too wise for that shit. And you get better at it because you're practicing. You become more disciplined. So then your mind is a tool for you. You are not a tool for your mind.
Mm.
You know, like the mind spinning a bunch of chaos and fear.
Yes.
If you become a tool of your mind, you know it because you feel like shit.
Yep.
And you're shut down and you're depressed and scared and it's just not great, right?
Yeah.
But when you are the one in charge of the soul of you is in this meat suit and the mind of you is the computer and you are controlling it, it's the tool for you. You go into your imagination, you calm down and you visualize best case scenario. That's the life I'm creating. This is what I'm here for. This is what I attract. Start affirming it out loud with your words. You start visualizing it and expecting it. And even if there's no fucking evidence at all in the external reality that says you have any right to think these things, this is a powerful soul. And I am that powerful soul. I have been through so much diversity and so much bullshit and so many that wanted to see and underestimate me and see the worst and like not believe I was worthy or all the things they told me, right?
Right.
So if I can understand this, so can anybody. I know that.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of those notes are helping you to understand that that's part of what is given to a soul on a very empowering path is they're going to come face to face with different adversity and different conflicts and fears and people that are haters and jealous. Like if you look at anyone that you admire, that you feel is an empowered person, they've had shit come at them. But part of it is they've learned that they are powerful and that no matter what is around, they can focus on their intention. This is the life I'm creating. Yeah. This is what I'm about. I don't care about all that noise. And you start to get better at it because you practice. So all that noise is contrast, what Esther Hicks talks about in the all her clips of the vortex and getting it, the laws of attraction is contrast is here. Yep. It's there. It'll always be there. There's always going to be people freaking out because Taylor Swift's at a football game, even though her boyfriend's a football player. It's like, what the fuck, guys? Of course she's at his game. That's her man. Fucking shut up, right? But like energetically, it's kind of like there's always going to be those people that just want to be the angsty little bitches. Like, and it's so sad. I don't want to say that it's always going to be that way. I do feel in shadow, in the shadow frequency, it's always that way. It's bullshit, it's chaos, it's hate, it's shame, it's insecurity, competition, jealousy, blah, right? But as you go higher, it isn't that. And so as humanity chooses to heal, individuals choose to heal their shadow, and we all choose to go higher in frequency, that will one day not be a thing. It will one day not be a normal thing. Like we bring heaven to earth, the new earth would be one of harmony where humans can move and operate in trust and love and oneness and unity, where they understand that if I hurt you, I hurt myself. So why would I be saying these hateful, venomous things about some person I don't even know?
Right.
It's got to reflect that something in me just doesn't feel that great about myself, to the point where I'm going to be going and saying hateful shit about someone I don't even know and hating on them. But do you see, like in shadow, that makes sense. That's the world. That frequency is drama and unpredictable and chaos and it's bullshit. But as we go higher, it can be better. I want to make sure I say that because I feel the vision for humanity is to move to that frequency and higher, not to stay in shadow. But there are many there right now.
Yes.
Let's just not be one of them. Right?
Let's not.
So what else did you want to share?
So when you go through the card a little bit, you start channeling stuff. I can tell because you just start, stuff starts coming, messages. And then we may or may not do, sometimes some of the cards have like little exercises to do.
Yeah.
And so we may or may not do those.
Sometimes if it feels appropriate, I got a pretty good sense of that. And then sometimes I'll say, you might want to, if you want to read through and do this later on your own.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just tuning into like the priority.
Yeah.
And it might be that, because Cindy, I know, is the type of client that will go and sit with her notes and look at those cards and meditate over the next maybe week or more doing those things, right? So sometimes it will be like, let me summarize this.
Yeah.
Or sometimes cards, and I say this because I feel like it's important to always be sovereign unto ourselves. So even if I read a card that has like a message, I'll grab that overall nugget of message. But sometimes there's this unnecessary detail of doing it a certain way.
Yes.
And I think a lot of, and it's not a bad thing. A lot of people that create cards or write books, they express it in the way they understand or their way. But it's important to remember that that can be tweaked on in an appropriate way that feels like your way. So Yahweh, just kidding.
No way.
Like
Yahweh.
It's so funny with that Christ meme, Yahweh. But truly, if it feels appropriate, we'll go through it. And sometimes it will feel like, we kind of already, or a lot of times I'll even read a card and I'll be like, we literally just were channeling this for like the last 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then I'll be like, this makes total sense. And then we're like, okay, this is just like confirmation of what was already coming through.
Totally.
Yeah. Totally, dude.
Totally. Then let's see, you had pulled a couple cards from the shadow deck.
Yeah, that's a great deck, by the way.
Yeah, that is a really good
Wisdom
deck.
of the Shadow.
I mean, I don't always love the message, but I know it's what's good for me.
Yeah. It's a great one if it's stuff that like there's things that you're struggling with and maybe you don't want to know it.
Yeah.
But deep down you really do if you want to heal.
Yes.
And so it can be confronting to be like, that's my shit.
I was like, shit.
But it's like, okay, that's the shit that's here, but that's not my shit. That's the energy that I need to face.
Yeah.
So I can release that and transmute it.
Yeah.
And then be free and back into joy.
Yes.
So it's always really to help you.
Yep.
It's coming for you.
It was very good. So
we're going to let this session go a little longer because I just want to get this all in one session.
Yeah. So from that deck, we pulled the Courage card, which was really, and you also give affirmations. Sometimes the cards will have affirmations, but you also provide affirmations.
Always tweak them. Me. Yeah, like channel it in.
Which are really good. This one was, I am courageous and powerful. I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about being courageous.
And stating that with power. Like, it's one thing, because Cindy and I were talking about this, like if you are saying an affirmation and you're just saying it like as a means to an end, like, okay, I have a list of 10 affirmations, blah, 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 whatever. But energetically, if you calm yourself and meditate for a few minutes and calm your nervous system, get really open and very relaxed and peaceful, then what you affirm out loud with power and intention is magnetic and it's magnified. So it's not just about saying a bunch of things in an anxious, like, okay, I'm saying this because I'm so anxious and I don't want to be this, but to relax and calm down and then affirm out loud with power and intention is where you command the universe. You are Source God in human form. You are huge, hugely bigger than this little meat suit.
Yes.
Like space holder that's here on planet Earth. And so when you command with power and intention, keep watching, keep commanding, not in anxiety,
right,
but with power and intention. That courageous card, you start moving through that diversity. You start moving past those, the contrast will come at you hot and you'll just, like Christ said, turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
You'll just move and not be tuning in on the drama and the problems. You're focused on where you're sending that arrow. You're watching the bullseye. That's the life I'm creating. Even with all this shit flying around. And you'll be discerning, but stating things with power and intention, I highly, highly encourage that.
Yes. The next card was Surrender. And here's Some of the affirmations that I really liked from this one. I can change my thoughts and frequency easily and quickly.
Yes. The moment you recognize something feels uncomfortable or gross is the very moment that you can change it.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, the difference between the mind running you or you using that mind like a tool for your creation.
Yes.
So, oh, wow, I'm feeling anxiety and fear. Okay, that's okay. I felt that before. I'm going to just have ownership. Like, I'm feeling worrisome. What do I want to focus on? I'm going to be fine. Everything's working out for me. Source God provides everything. Everything good that has ever come to me has a gift from Source, from the universe. I trust. I can move and trust. I don't have to be afraid. I know how worthy I am. I am magnetically attracting everything I want, everything I desire. And so you felt the fear, but instead of let it run you and make you feel like you're fucking laid out on the floor and you don't want to move and you're scared to, go drink one of your iced teas because you might end up homeless in a week. People could take it really far, right?
Yes.
Where they just get really freaked out.
Yes.
And instead go, everything, all is well. And that's one of the things I like with Louise Hay. She would do tapping. And no matter what is happening, she'd tap, all is well. Everything is working out for me. No matter what this situation looks like, I'm safe. I am supported. So you do something like that where energetically you're sending a signal, intention and power, your affirmations, and you are now taking control of it. So that affirmation is very true.
Yes.
Understanding that no matter what fearful thing comes in, don't let it drag you through the mud.
Good reminder.
Yes.
Thank you. The next card was self-embrace. And it's about, I embrace all the layers of myself.
Beautiful.
And with that one, it was talking about sitting with inner child and teen.
Yes.
I
think in that session, a lot came up with that.
Yeah.
Teen and child.
Oh, yeah. They're active.
Yeah. And how to integrate those energies and have them feel safe inside of us instead of you could be 75 years old and your inner teenager is just blowing up your life.
Yeah.
Because it's never been listened to or integrated.
Yes. And then the last card was Archangel Haniel. And it was about renewed energy and vitality and awakening the passion within myself.
Nice.
And the courage of expression.
Beautiful.
Then there's homework.
Yes. I was just going to say, from everything that came up in the clearing, from the voice clip messages to the notes that you took in the coaching.
Yep.
What would you say if you summarize some of the nuggets of what your work is to focus on? And work to us is play. But just play with discipline and focus.
Yes. So I've been rereading the notes every day.
Beautiful.
Listening to the voice clips. Meditating. The mirror work has been super helpful.
Beautiful.
Which I'll be honest, when I first tried that a lot of years ago, I was like, this is so awkward.
Well, yeah, if you're not even used to looking in your own eyes or caring about what you feel.
Yes.
It's who the fuck are you? When you're looking in the mirror, who are you, stranger?
Legit.
It can feel very awkward.
Yes. I've had to do a lot of that.
But that's starting to feel more comfortable and empowering.
Is. And I can feel pretty quickly when I start to do it, I can feel my higher self come in. And I'm like, okay, that's good.
Because you're literally connecting with her through that connection with the mirror.
Yes. So that's been really good.
Yay.
And then doing the inner child and teen work. And that I have to sometimes do multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I will feel I felt inner teen get triggered the other day, middle of the day. And I was like, oh, gotta check in, time for check-in right now.
That's beautiful to see it like that.
Yeah.
instead of like, oh, that bitch.
I know.
Like, instead to go, time to check in is you listening, like, okay, something's going on. And that's like what I describe when I'm being triggered by something. If it happens, I'll walk away with myself and tap on my heart and like ask, what's going on in you?
Yeah.
What's going on in you? And I'll feel like my emotions. I might need to cry, or I might feel like, motherfucker, those people are fucking lying to me. Like, whatever it is you're processing, you feel the emotion, you feel the energy. And so then you check in and then you get your clarity. And you also, it's such a powerful move to pull away and check in and self-soothe than it is to just be triggered and react and throw your shit at someone and then feel shame for that.
Yeah.
And that's so many humans on planet Earth have so much work that they could be doing to empower themselves, because then when you do that, you feel shame and bad, and that holds you like prisoner to shadow frequency. If you're feeling shame. So when you don't have control over your own emotions, you come and attack people and try to then justify it. And the truth is, no one deserves to be verbally attacked or emotionally, physically attacked because of what's going on inside of you.
Yeah.
We all have to learn to self-soothe. And if you're in a relationship where someone's triggering the fuck out of you because of that, because they are not a healthy person, and they're trying to get you to join them in that fucked up hell, get out of that relationship.
Yeah.
Choose yourself, you know?
Yes.
But I'm proud of you to see like how important it is to go and check in.
Yeah.
And when you did that, what did you sense? Was it pretty quick shift?
Yeah, it was pretty quick. It probably took like maybe 3-ish minutes.
Perfect.
Maybe, if that.
And that could have instead, in the old Cindy, been like 3 or 4 weeks or days or whatever of just angst and irritation and fear and isolation, you know, instead of a few minutes of, hey, what's going on? Like, what's going on with you? You know, I love you.
Yeah.
And then the calm, that energy, so it feels safe again.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. And then also doing affirmations.
Yeah.
And I was going to mention that I downloaded the I Am affirmation app, and it's really good. Like,
nice.
I think
to give people that aren't sure where to start, give them somewhere to get some ideas.
Yes.
And remember, you can tweak it to your own liking.
This is true.
So if there's an affirmation that comes through and you like it mostly, but you'd like to add a little zing to it, or something seems not as great, just tweak it. Make it your own.
Yep. And then my favorite part of the clearing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not my favorite part, but like one of my favorite parts, because the clearing itself is probably
the whole
my favorite
thing's pretty amazing. Yeah. It's all pretty amazing.
It is.
But what's your magical, like what your high of it?
Your movie recommendations?
All the time. All the time. Spirit would be bringing movies through. And I think what I get is that like books will come through and movies will come through a lot. And books, they'll be even sometimes the same thing. Like it'll be read the Celestine Prophecy, watch the movie The Celestine Prophecy. And the reason is there's information that's very more detailed in the book. And there's visualization in the film that will give you visuals. And humans, we are very visual beings.
Yes.
And so sometimes like seeing it and watching another character struggling in some way and them getting out of that and empowering themselves can be very, like we're getting that mirror back of hope or inspiration.
Yes.
And so a lot of times there will be movie recommendations. It's so funny.
But it's fun because
that's legit.
Like, it's like, oh, well, I get to, I'm doing some work here, and then I also
go and
get to
watch the movie, entertain yourself, learn something.
Yes.
Have you felt like the movie recommendations always really make sense once you see the visuals?
Yes, totally.
Nice.
Totally.
Perfect.
And then usually that would probably take a couple hours to get through those messages and exercises and affirmations. And then we would take a little break, like Tawnya said, grab a snack, potty break, and then get into the actual clearing.
Which it's funny because the energy, it's funny, a lot of times I'll say, okay, we're going to do the energy clearing part now. But then I'm like, I feel kind of like, I say that because it's the part where you go lay down.
Right.
But even when we're talking, there'll be energetic activations. I can tell Cindy feels them, tingles on the arms, the feeling where I'll start seeing her get a little sleepy. like, okay, it's about time to go and just take her and put her down. Like energetically, her body's going to relax
Yeah.
while we take her spirit higher in frequency.
Yep.
And so there's that energetic part kind of happening all the time.
Yes.
But then there's what I dedicate as the energy clearing part, where the client lays down, they just relax, make sure their phone's turned off and there's no interruptions, and then boom. So do you want to describe how that feels sometimes?
Yeah. So
hey, 4444 right when I said
that. Nice. So when I'm laying there and you send me a text right away and you're like, okay, I'm starting. And it's like, I can feel like where you're at energetically in my body. Like I feel tingles in my crown, or I'll
like
feel
like,
like
oh,
you're
she's
in my
working
ears,
there.
or like my third eye. I can feel like energy there, or it's like, oh, and then usually, I can feel that for a little while, and then I can feel like the separation, and I'm like, whoop, there we go. Yes. It's time to like really like I can like sleep
like where
now.
you suddenly, and it's so many clients have said that they feel like I put them under spiritual anesthesia.
Yeah,
and energetically, there's no drugs happening, but energetically, it's like me lifting energetically with their guides and angels and the spiritual team that we both have. We work together, and then we're raising her soul. Her spirit is going to a higher frequency, and we're doing a lot of the assistance, the clearing, removing energetics, entities. If there's bleed throughs or rips in the auric field or any of that, I'm shown things. Or if she's got stuff in her physical body, I'll be given messages to then say to her, like, be aware of this, or you might want to be aware of this in your diet, or have you checked out your hormones lately? Or there'll be very specific messages. And so that will happen. But when a lot of that's happening, the client feels like they just fall asleep. And this doesn't always happen, but I would say the majority of the time it is, where they can sense like if they really needed to move, they know they could. And I always tell them, you're safe, you're fine, you can move if you need to. But it's like they feel completely like under anesthesia, like they don't want to move a finger. Like they're just like they're heavy.
Yep.
Their body's just like a placeholder while the spirit's being worked on in another dimension. And that is what's happening.
Yes. And it's not scary. It's not very relaxing.
Yeah, like very relaxing. And you're plugged directly into source for that time and very energetic. So I, as the facilitator of this, become super energetic, electrified. Like I feel electric. And I'm clearing stuff, and I can feel heaviness from some clients. Like, what the, like, I will feel it like, ugh, like this heavy thing. But then my part of my magic is how to transmute it. So I'll be transmuting that through my alchemy to shift that out. And then we're activating. And so that client probably gets some of the best sleep they've gotten in a while. Yes. Like I know when we do it at night, this is why I also encourage clients to do an auric clearing if they're able to in the evening, like mid-afternoon we'll start. And that way when they're laying down, it's around bedtime. And so they've had food, they've gone to the bathroom, they're ready for sleep if they need to. And some, if they wake up and they want to process, that's great. But if not, they've slept. Like I remember one of your friends that had a session where it was like, holy shit, I slept for like 10 hours. And she's like, I never sleep for 10 hours. She goes, that felt amazing. So it's kind of like gives a physical benefit too of just deep rest while you're resetting. It's kind of like doing a system update on your phone. If you want to look at it in an energetic way, we're rebooting you. And then you want to plug in your phone and leave it alone. And your body is the phone that's being plugged in, and you want to leave it alone. While you're having this system update and you're having old files deleted that are just bogging your system down. If you look at it like an electronic way, that's what I see.
And then the fun part is after, and usually, not always, sometimes I will like kind of wake up for an instant when you disconnect. Like I'll like,
you'll feel it. Because I always end where I seal the auric field when we're all done. I do this like and I use my hands a lot. So if people watch me, I'm like doing this, looks like I'm a magician, just playing with air. But it's, Cindy, most of the time we've done this has been in Minnesota and I'm in Washington.
Yep.
So we're not anywhere near each other in a physical way, but in an energetic way, I'm right there and connecting. But now that she's living in my home, she's in another room laying down. But that feeling of like when I give you back to source completely, and because that's part of my integrity is I enter only when I'm given permission to come in and we're looking and we're listening. And then at the end, I release you to source and I release and clear the energy. And then I do my own clearing of my auric field just to transmute things. Because if you don't and you're a healer, I will help you understand why that's important. But you want to clear that. And then after that, like the client can feel that because we're so one. And then you feel me pull back and release you.
Yep.
And so someone that's sensitive to energy would be like, whoa, she just left.
Yep.
Or just like when we're starting and you like, oh, I could feel her come in.
Yep.
Like she's here. I can feel her here.
Yes.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. And then you're leaving voice clips throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
So that's like,
which is so helpful for me, the technology of voice clips, you know, and then you can listen to it again and again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super helpful. And it's also kind of like a little gift, like, oh, I had the clearing and now I get to like listen to these messages, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm trying to think of some of the ones from this last clearing. I know the one about hormones was really good confirmation for some things I've been experiencing.
Because you were having a lot of different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing frequencies, playing frequencies at night for hormones.
Nice.
And then I'm actually going to look into maybe some sort of hormone replacement therapy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of the creams, like progesterone cream or.
Yes.
I have some good ones I can show you if you want to check into those. But yeah, so part of that, the beautiful thing is when a client listens, it can really help and it could even save their life. I've had a few clients where they've literally told me I saved their life. Energetically, they already knew something was not right.
Yeah.
And then they just asked for another piece of themselves outside of themselves to confirm something. So that's what it is. I'm you, you're me. We're all one. Truth.
Yeah.
This is why we don't want to be hating each other and trying to destroy each other because we're just trying to hate and destroy ourselves.
Yeah.
But energetically, we're unified in energy, like in the great World Wide Web. It's universal. But we're also kind of in individual meat suits having our own creation experience. We're source God in different meat suits performing. And we can do that in a beautiful love way, or we can do it in a really fucked up, shadowy way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I feel like overall, it's like helping us understand that and understand the power of that connection. And just doing these auric clearings has meant for my own soul has been so expansive, like and enlightening of how one I really am with everyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
And also part of like how you can know when something's off, because the more you're plugged in with source to that level, you feel like the mind. There was the other day we're at the gym and it said, would you rather have the ability to read people's minds or to be invisible? And I'm like, well, I already can do the mind one. And it's not like you're trying to invade minds, but you're so plugged in that you can feel energy. You get like, I am really like sensitive and attuned to shifts in energy.
Yes. And
that was something I feel kind of was maybe amplified from my trauma of a childhood where everything walking on eggshells and it kind of birthed the empath.
Yeah.
Like that movie King Arthur, where he's like everything that they did to him, it's like, you made me.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that all the hate shit he was doing and all the shit that kid was going through was going to be what would come face him and take him down one day.
Yeah. So
it's very interesting energetically. But yeah, I feel like, listening and I think it took Cindy, I feel like she could trust. I think people have a pretty strong sense that they can trust me when they meet me.
Yeah.
I just feel like I really have that energy. But I feel like when they're not used to someone that's tuning in like that, or they're not used to someone that truly cares about them and loves them and wants good for them like that, there might be some tests or a little bit of what we call time in this timeline, where it might be a course of a month or a few years or whatever for someone to fully trust and listen. But I do feel like it's beautiful that you have, and I love when clients listen, because the messages, and Cindy knows me very well now, like we're soul sisters and friends. But I told her, because sometimes she'll get kind of frustrated with people not listening to her guidance or not trusting her intuition. And then they'll go listen to some random stranger and be like, oh, the most amazing thing. And I told her, I go, don't take that too personally, because I get it. And she sees me as this magical magician, alchemist, earth angel, which I am. But then I have so many relatives that would never listen to a fucking thing I said. They would be damned to listen to anything I have to say. But, they'll go and listen to some random dude tell them something, or some guy on a podcast, and they're like, oh, it's the most amazing idea. And I'm like, bitch, I literally just said that to you like,
or their therapist
2 weeks ago, or whatever it is.
Act like their therapist was the first person who ever told them
like
that.
I never heard that. And I'm like, what?
I just told you that.
Yes. But I told Cindy, have a sense of humor, and just realize some humans really can't handle seeing you that way. It's not a message they need, but they won't let themselves receive it from you. So if whatever, my sister can't let her sister be intelligent, okay. But it's something, I think I'm saying this with the point of whoever's listening. If somebody is like, I've had parents send their kids to work with me, and then the parent got a little jealous that the kid bonded and opened up. But I'm like, isn't that what your goal was, for them to bond and open up and heal? So don't waste your energy and your ego now being jealous that they opened up to the healer you intuitively felt guided to. And I think that's something we just got to watch, is people are going to be open where they are. And sometimes, I'm going to say sometimes, it's really never about us.
Right.
If someone doesn't want to open up with us. But just, have a gentleness with yourself, as you understand things. But man, if I could have waved my magician wand and truly saved so many people I love from catastrophe and just fucking suffering, I would have done it. And I definitely tried, as far as expressing and saying, I'm getting this feeling, I'm getting this message, you should be really discerning, be careful, move slow, take your time. These messages come through me to so many people I love as they plow through and head straight to shit cliff to get fucked.
I maybe have done that a couple times with stuff. You're like, are you sure you want to date that guy?
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
yeah,
I do.
Yeah. Well, and that's part of where we're learning, where we have to be gentle with ourselves. That I think the thing is no matter what, this is something we could evolve to go to gift frequency, is when we do understand that we trust in ourselves enough, and that we have some good, close people that we trust, and we ask for clarity. And this is what I've taught Cindy, is thank spirit for clarity. Bring me clarity, bring me understanding. Bring it in a sign I can't miss. You can ask the universe that kind of clarity. When it comes, be open and receptive to receive it. That's the thing. Because people will ask for the clarity will be given, and then they'll push it away and deny it. Like, that can't be it. That's not it.
That's not the answer
best friend will tell it. A stranger will say it. 5 different people will say the same thing, and they're like, no, I'm sure that's not it. Because deep down, they want to date that dumbass off the app and go through suffering. Do you know what I'm saying? Because some deeper part of them, it's like, is still in that energy of addiction, or in the energy of, I'm not worth enough, so I'm going to go and get my ass pounded, get my ass kicked, maybe pounded. Could be that's part of the date. But anyway, they go and get themselves really messed with. Where they could have listened. And that's part of what I would love to help humanity with, is where they really stop self-sabotaging. And you've got to learn to trust the energy within you, but also trust when you ask for the confirmation and signs come, know how to read that energy and to receive it. Otherwise you just, And I've definitely done this in my early years before I was plugged in with Source the way I am now. I would literally hope for the best. Everything seems weird and they seem weird, but they seem like they could be really nice. I can have hope in what they could be.
Yeah.
And that's something we have to be careful too. Like now I'm really tuned into, yes, I think this is a common thing. And I probably said this on the podcast before with empathic souls is we earth angels, we really do see the good in people. We do see their potential. However, also see what they're showing you.
Yeah.
That's important because you could see the potential of, like, I could see the potential of this little acorn to become a tree, but like, if it's, that's not a great analogy. I mean, it kind of is, but like, if it's not actually being the tree and I need a tree, that's going to be a long wait.
A long
Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. And so energetically, what you're going to put yourself through because you're waiting for them to become something you want them to be, pay attention to what they're being.
Yeah.
You know, if someone's being shady, if they're being selfish, self-serving, they don't seem to have integrity, that's what they're being. They're showing you who they're being.
Yes.
And this is a message for women to receive because I feel like, and this probably happens to men too, but I see it commonly with females that have this fall in love with the potential of a guy instead of really pay attention. Like, do you feel a connection with him now? Do you feel he's being of integrity right now?
Yeah.
If he's not, and you feel confused and you feel tired and you feel anxious, that is a warning. That is a warning from your own soul that something's not right.
Yeah.
Because those are all signs that someone's manipulating your energy, feeding off your energy. And sadly, if we stay in that place unchecked for too long, we can really be depleted and messed with.
Yep.
So it's so important that we listen.
Yes.
So anything else you want to say to summarize this auric clearing, which I personally feel every human on planet Earth could benefit from an auric clearing.
Oh my God,
or 1,000 or more.
Yes.
Because we all are energetic beings and we're constantly in a state of evolution and ascension.
Yep.
I mean, some of us aren't choosing to consciously ascend. They're just kind of stagnating. But our goal, the intention of why we're here is to evolve and ascend, right? And so we all are going to benefit from this, like shedding old energy, death, rebirth, come into your new energy, activate those frequencies, like Neo learning how to operate once he unplugged from the matrix. Like he's on a different timeline. He's on a different level.
Yeah.
And it's all for his soul's ascension. So I really feel humans, that's what we came to Earth School to master and understand. So we could all benefit from an auric clearing.
Amen,
or many. Yeah. I mean, do you feel so? Because I'm the one over here helping with them, but I have them myself as well, by the way. Anybody that tells you they don't need to, or there's time to drink some water. My water app. But anyone that tells you like they're masterful, they figured it. I mean, we can be masterful, but if they're saying like they don't ever need to work on anything, they're perfect. Be mindful of that because I know that I am a very aligned person, very high integrity person, and I'm always, being aware if something's coming up to be shed or released. That's part of being a very self-aware being.
Yeah.
And it's not about perfection. It's not about getting to a place where we never have anything we're shedding.
Right.
Because I feel like this is really an eternal journey.
Oh, it is.
Like
even after a clearing, right? And you have warned me about this. You're like, don't be surprised if you get tested.
Or things start popping up that you were suppressing.
Yes.
That's something you actually want to be curious and just watchful of.
Yeah.
But not identify. Just go, oh, there's some of that shit popping up. So I can understand it and release it. I don't need to make a story. I don't need to identify with it. It's coming up so I can release it.
Yeah.
So I can be free.
Yes. So go back to your notes.
Yes. Yes.
And read them.
Yeah. Make the best of your time with an aligned healer. Take your notes, ask questions, and, take your time to integrate what you get from that session and then listen to your intuition. That's what I always tell my clients. I'm like, you'll know when it's time. Now it's up to if you're going to listen,
right,
and reach out and say, it's time. I need but it's time, and I'm feeling ready for another level up.
Yeah.
I'm ready to shed and level up. And man, the ones that are doing their work can really blow the minds of the ones that aren't, because they'll be like, how the hell did they become that? And it's the difference between a soul who's being disciplined and focusing and ones that are just lost in the noise and the distractions and the addictions. You can spend your lifetime, you can spend multiple lifetimes in that, just lost in distraction and addiction. But if you came here to be a slave on planet Earth and you're cool with that, party. If you don't want to be a slave on planet Earth and you want to actually remember what you came here for, and you want to master and ascend out of here and up off of here and help others, then you need to look at it differently.
Yeah.
And I live a life that's very joyous, but not a party, like distracted life.
Right.
Where let's just be drunken and distracted and addicted. And that's something really, and a great movie for that, we'll give a movie reference, is The Peaceful Warrior. That movie's really great at kind of explaining that discipline and the understanding of that.
Yes.
So anything you want to say as we sign off on this? And I'm so proud of you for sharing, because that's a very vulnerable choice for you to share from your heart and be truthful and transparent with your experience.
Yes. You're welcome, everyone.
And I'm grateful for you, because I feel like you're going to help a lot of people that might have questions in hearing this of going, whoa, okay, I can kind of relate to Cindy.
Yeah.
I kind of understand. I felt like that too. So thank you. I'm proud and I'm grateful.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you.
Thank you.
And now everybody go get your session. Go get your Angelic Auric Clearing session.
Yes. Contact me if you'd like to do it. And I also feel like for people, if they want to do groups, let me know, because we could also set up a group and you could get a group of people and we could come up with a way to do in one group. I've done it before with groups, and it's interesting because most of them have similar things going on, and they're all kind of collectively drawn in to work on it. Yeah. But if you want one-on-one, contact me for that as well. If you want to work with your partner and do couples coaching, we can do that. If you want to work with your children, I really encourage people to heal their stuff for the sake of themselves and their children. It's so important, because what you refuse to face and heal will keep resurfacing with your ancestors, with your children, the lineages. It will just keep having cycles. So it's such a courageous and intelligent act to do self-healing and work with your partner, do healing with your children, help them understand, empower them, because you will be changing future generations. Yeah. To me, that's badass. That's the kind of thing I think is worthy of the statement badass.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Cindy. Thank you for sharing. And thank you all for listening. And this was our extra special and extra long session, but I feel like it was very needed, and I hope that this helped all of you with some clarity. And if you have any questions, reach out, and you can check out my website, mindfulnessmastery888.com. And just let us know how we may be of service and assist you in being more courageous in your life. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today to our most recent podcast of Mindfulness Mastery 888, The Real, Raw, and Truthful. For those who would like to book any one-on-one sessions, you can contact me at mindfulnessmastery888.com. A gentle warning on working in higher realms of consciousness. As you are listening to our podcast, you may feel or experience tingles, dizziness, or tiredness. This is your body giving you guidance that it needs to relax. It's not a bad thing, but we do encourage you to honor your body and get yourself in a position where you can relax and receive these codes of consciousness. I thank you for taking a moment to subscribe, like, share, and follow, and come back and check out our newest content. Have a blessed and peaceful day.